Hey, what's up everyone? Zach D Productions here, and I'm here with an album review for you guys. So for this review, I'll be reviewing the latest album from All That Remains, Antifragile. I was really looking forward to hearing this album, especially considering how long it's been since their last album. Their last album, Victim of the New Disease, released in 2018. So it's been a little while since All That Remains' last album, and we were definitely due for a new album. And now we got this album, Antifragile. And when the singles first came out for this album, such as Divine and Forever Cold, just to name a couple of the singles, I thought that those were really good songs, especially Divine. That song has everything that you like about All That Remains. It has great vocals from Phil, whether we're talking the melodic sections or the heavy sections of the track. And his vocals really do stand out, especially in the chorus of that song. So Divine is a really good song, and yeah, I'd say it's still one of the highlights off of this album. Now, I would say that this is All That Remains' true return to form album, if that makes sense. I think a lot of us kind of looked at Victim of the New Disease as All That Remains' return to form album, but after listening to this new one, not really. I mean, All That Remains definitely sounds like they're trying to go back to their 2000s roots on this album. There's some stuff on this album that kind of sound like they could have been taken from the Fall of Ideals era, and some stuff from this album that sounds like it could have been taken from the Overcome era. Such as Kerosene definitely sounds like something that you would hear from Overcome, I would say. Really good song. And then the title track, which is definitely a banger of a song. It's a real heavy one. Which is probably one of my favorites on the album, and I've seen some people even say that this song sounds like it could have been taken from The Fall of Ideals, and I could definitely hear it. And maybe that's why it's one of my favorites on the album, because The Fall of Ideals is my favorite All That Remains album, and it kind of makes sense to why, you know, this is one of the tracks that I gravitate to the most. The title track, I think it's a great song. I mean, there's not really any song on this album that I would say is bad by any means. I mean, is there songs better than others? Yes, but that's the case with any album. But I think that this album was really good. I mean, I thought the album was very consistent, really good metalcore. I mean, is it basically just another All That Remains album? Yes, but it's still a very strong album. I still think it's a really good album. Now, would I say that this is better than their last album, Victim of the New Disease? Even though I would say that this is their return to form album, no. I still think that Victim of the New Disease is a stronger album. And I think the reason I say that is because I think Victim of the New Disease, it had more ideas on the album. Like, you had All That Remains heavy side on that album, but you had different ideas thrown onto that album. And I felt like Victim of the New Disease had more variety to it as well. So there's that. This album, Antifragile, it's still a really good album, but this album, I think, it's basically them going back to their roots, you know, like what they've done before, which is a good thing for sure, but I don't know. I just think that this album, it's not as good as Victim of the New Disease, in my opinion, but still a good album. So Antifragile, I think it's a very strong album from All That Remains. So yeah, if you like All That Remains, definitely check this one out. And especially if you like 2000s All That Remains, you're going to find something that you will enjoy from this album. It's definitely a banger of an album, as they would say. So that is my review for this album. I think it's really good. So if I were to give it a score, I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10 for All That Remains' newest album, Antifragile. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.